everyone! So today's topic is going to be about CP buses and the truth about them and why they are bad as people say they are. So to start off, CP buses, where do I even start off? They're awful. For example, the J bus, which is for Animal Kingdom Lodge, and ESPN. Don't know why you go all the way over there. There are two buses. If one breaks down, which probably always happens, you have to wait 40 minutes for the next one. So most likely you're going to be late to work if you work at Animal Kingdom. Also, you have to take the bus. It stops at the costuming for Animal Kingdom before Animal Kingdom. So if you get off at costuming, you're going to have to wait a long time to get back on the bus to go back to Animal Kingdom for work. That's pretty annoying. Another thing is, those buses break down all the time. There was one story, which is in one of my vlogs, if I can find it, when I was on the bus to work for Magic Kingdom, and the bus started smoking. It smelled like a barbecue, and I was sitting near the back of the bus, like by the tire, so I guess the rubber was burning. So smoke was filling up the bus, and someone actually screamed, "Can you stop this bus? This is not safe." Especially where working safety is the number one thing. So we stopped right outside the gates of Magic Kingdom, like right when you get in. And then I think we are on the A bus, which goes to Contemporary Wilderness Lodge before West Clock. The B bus comes along, which goes Polynesian Grand Floridian, then West Clock. Both of these buses are completely full around 3 o'clock. It's right after the shift change, which I'll get to later. And we had to put a full bus onto another full bus. So literally, it was a packed subway, I want to say. You were standing on top of people, and I wasn't even holding on, but I felt secure because I was surrounded by people. Early in my program, I think it was around February, we were at, this was definitely in another vlog, it was Angie and Roberta and I. We went to Downtown Disney and we were going to get back. We made the early bus and we're like, oh, okay, we'll get back, an hour before we wanted to. We went to Vista Way. Then we went back to Typhoon Lagoon at 8 o'clock at night to go back to Downtown Disney, and they completely skipped the Commons in Chatham. So we went on the whole loop again. Okay, here's a tip. Especially, I think it's mostly for any park, but especially for Magic Kingdom workers. You're getting off work, let's say park closes at 11, you get off 11:15, so you're by the bus stop around 11:50, 11:30. Bus comes along. It's packed. Why? Because everyone who's playing the parks are on the bus from the Contemporary, Polynesian, Grand Floridian, most likely not Wilderness Lodge. You've been working 12 hours or, whatever shift. You're exhausted. Your feet hurt. You do not want to stand on a bus for 45 minutes to go home. So, if you're playing in the park, please stand up. You're playing in the park. You can sit on a bench whenever you want. Us workers, we don't want to have to stand for another 45 minutes till an extra long day. So that's just a rule. If you see someone who's just getting off, with a costume, you get up from your seat, let them sit down. That's the only way. That's just one of the most courteous things you could do. Shift changes are the worst. Especially when I have a shift at 3:15 and 3 o'clock parade is going on and it starts from Frontierland. So I have to make sure I get there before 3 o'clock, and the bus that gets there before 3 o'clock is the one that gets there 2 o'clock. So I'm literally waiting an hour or longer to work. But shift changes are pretty much doing inspections of the bus, which could range from 10 minutes to half hour. You're just sitting on that hot bus in Florida. Not fun. Cabbage. This is the most useful thing you'll know about CP buses. If the bus is in the word cabbage, it goes from Chatham to Vista. I'm not talking the comments, just you'll know Leafs goes from Chatham to Vista. So that is the CABGE buses. Everything else will be Vista to Chatham. So if you want to visit your friends at apartment complexes or whatever, if you're at Vista and you get back, or vice versa, or go for class, you know which bus to look for. So if you're at Chatham and a J bus comes along and when you go to Vista, you're going to be going through all Animal Kingdom before you get back to Vista. It's a useful thing, and I was mind blown. Or when you request buses, I know people during training who were late to work numerous times because I know Magic Kingdom, I was lucky that their buses all 24 hours of the day. For either early in the morning, late at night, there's always buses running, so you'll never have a problem. If you're working at Animal Kingdom and you're getting there early for training and you need to be somewhere maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, the bus doesn't start till 4, you have to request a bus. I'm telling you, I don't know personally how that's like, but it's tough. I know that a lot of people have been late and a lot of people just, you have to make a friend with a car. That's what always people say, but sometimes when you don't have a car, like, you have to go to work, so you're going to have to take these buses. Unless you have friends from work who are going to drive, but they have to have the same shift. So it's tough. My last advice, take the early bus. Once took a bus that was supposed to get to West Clock at 6 o'clock. My shift didn't start till 6:45. The bus was so late to Chatham and then stuck in traffic. We got there at 6:35. I had 10 minutes till my shift started. I literally ran through the tunnels and I clocked in at 6:45 on the dot. So always get the earlier bus. I mean, your leaders will sometimes understand if it happens once in a while, but it's best to always take the earlier bus. And if anything, if you have to wait for a shift change, because you'll know like a parade is going to be blocking your route to get to work, just bring like a book or like even play in the park for like, get even there even earlier to play in the park and just leave stuff backstage. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, if you have any more questions about CB buses, you can always ask me. So yeah, there are buses to every location that cast members work at, as in the CPs. So there's no bus to Fort Wilderness, so no CP is going to be working at Fort Wilderness. To get to Fort Wilderness, if you're taking the buses, it's best to go like the Contemporary, or like best to think Contemporary. Then you can walk over and take the boats to Fort Wilderness. I always suggest carrying the map with you. You get, not the map, but the schedule. They give you that on check-in day. You can always pick up more at the clubhouse. I always kept it in pretty much every bag I owned, just so I know the bus times. But if you have any questions, please let me know. So, see you real soon.
He just got out of his driver's seat at a red light.